Today we're at the Portland Roadster Show in Portland, Oregon.
Checking out a lot of great rides.
That's right, checking out all these amazing rides in multiple buildings. Let's go check it out. Check out the vet.
This whole thing, we're just in there, but we gotta get some
Fastback 1963 Corvette split window. Wow. That is an amazing color. I'm loving that. And while we, of course, have press passes here at the Portland Roadster Show, that doesn't mean we get to step over the line. So, amazing.
Anyways, my name's Tommy Wren. I'm from Northern California. I just moved up here to Washington. I brought my truck that I've had for over 30 years. It's Barris inspired, a George Barris copper card inspiration. It's been chopped, channeled, and sectioned. There's not much left that I haven't touched on it.
No, I'm even looking at the bed of the truck and seeing that you've done some custom work I haven't seen before back there.
So everything has been modified. It's got Buick portholes, Ford Thunderbird seats, the gold tooth, for old G style. It's got a clock. It's just a fun little project, completely traditional. So,
which is what our whole channel's about.
Yeah,
Custom culture, 50s and 60s. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the truck for 30 years. It's been wrecked twice, and we just keep building it. I mean, it was a stock 3100.
Okay.
It was black. It had white walls on it, and I bought it 30 years ago from a guy that became my best friend. And the first thing I did on it was chopped it, and then I kept moving forward. And, you know.
So did you do all of this yourself?
This is all budget built. It's all built in the garage.
This is you're speaking my language right now.
I welded, I grinded. Internet became my friend.
Yeah, let's take a look inside here real quick.
Yeah. So
suicide doors, of course. And look at this, guys.
This was painted by our chief of fire department in Northern California.
I love it.
First time he did that. I do graphic design. I do a lot of sticker design, so you'll see it's been sticker bombed.
So is the dash stickers or is that painted?
That's actually airbrushed to match everything else.
Okay, that looks amazing.
So this is a 55 Bel Air dash.
Okay.
And then we got the 64 T-Bird seats, 62 Ford console, low car shifter. A lot of stuff I made by friends, and it's all about connections and who you know. And so everything in here is either been donated or helped with or whatever. So it's a reverse BMW hood hinge.
Oh wow, that is. And it's not an LS, an original.
That is a stock 350 out of 78 Chevy pickup, a 58 Corvette, 3 deuce carbs, all tuned in. It does have an electric fan.
And you've even got custom right here inside the firewall.
These are made by Shannon Creations, a good friend of mine. I bartered and traded. He made the steering wheel for me. It's a 54, I believe, 54 Olds. And it has a devil inside the horn button. It's all translucent. Great job.
Wow.
Volkswagen bus rear window.
Oh my gosh.
Pop out, just cut down to fit.
That is
red
crazy.
plexiglass.
And I love what you've done to the bed here.
Yeah, so this is a stock bed. It hasn't been modified except for the slope. This is 2 fenders stretched out. Handmade fender skirts by Menges twins.
It looks like an El Camino almost on the very back end.
I get a lot of that. Some people think it is an actual car that I cut up, but it is a pickup. So
wow,
I love it. I drive it. It's a daily driver. It's not sitting in the garage. It's not a checkbook car.
I love it.
So I mean, it's just traditional, and it's kind of what I fell into. The whole rockabilly, hot rod, blue collar workers. Yeah. That's totally my generation. So I think I missed that.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for seeing it.
onwards and upwards. We
Yes.
haven't even covered 1/4 of this
I know.
room
There's
yet.
a lot of cars here. There's a lot of people here.
It's like a nice little Chevy 2 or a Nova. 1961. Chevy 2. Right next to this coupe pickup. This ride has been so modified in just the best way possible. Chevy Bel Air. Wow.
It's so pretty.
Wow. I would have never thought that you could make a Bel Air compete with a Cadillac in looks. But wow, that is incredible. All of that, but come on, I see what I'm after. Straight custom culture back here hiding out. Original 1960 style custom culture, louvered hood. It's been dropped and chopped. Oh my God. The Candy Kid. Wow. That's some nice work.
The Candy Kid.
I can see why it's so popular. That is a pretty ride. What are we rolling for? Are we do we get a free car of our choice?
I wish. No, we're giving out trips. Airfare and hotel for 2.
Oh, nice.
Like to travel?
We do. We're actually
do like
going
to
to
travel.
Vegas next month.
That's right, for Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Weekend.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, get snake eyes.
Well, 7,
No.
right?
7?
I don't know what 7 means.
7's always a winner.
Where would you like to go with us paying for it?
Didn't win a free car, but come on, guys. The Deviants are here, of course, from Portland, one of our favorite car clubs, and they've got some amazing rides. God. Customized Hornet, which I gotta love. You don't see enough Hornets around anymore. I believe the primary challenge with the Hornets was they were unibodied, and they start to kind of twist and turn as they age. But amazing cars, always loved them. Come on, look at that emblem. The Hornet. These guys, of course, will be at the Rose City Roundup coming up here shortly. This is a clean ride. I've shot this ride a number of times, but I will never pass up the opportunity to do it again. Come on, look at those
Look
fins,
at those
guys.
fins.
And you gotta love that. Look at that pearl top. Woo.
My name is Cheryl.
And where are you from, Cheryl?
Vancouver for 15 years. But prior to that, I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas. All right, so West Coast, Best Coast.
Absolutely left coast.
I love that. So what have we got here?
This is a 1955 Chevy Bel Air four-door.
Okay.
It was built by a friend of ours that worked for the same police department we did in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
When he found out, this was a barn find. It was in really bad shape.
This is the stories I love.
And he found out that in 1955, in Clark County, Nevada, the sheriff's office drove white four-door Chevy Bel Airs as their patrol cars.
Wow.
When he found that out, the restoration started. It used to look like that.
Wow.
He got the vision and he made it happen. And I told him if he ever wanted to sell the car, please put me first on the list. And he did. So I've been the proud owner, my husband and I, for about 6 years now.
So how long did it take?
It took him a couple years because he soared true to the time period, the light, that old-fashioned siren on the side, and the siren and the lights work. It's got a PA system. We have a vintage radar detector.
And what I like to hear about this is that you drive it.
Yes,
That's the most important part.
And the reason we like to, it doesn't matter where we go. I'll take you to the grocery store. I get this from everybody.
They want you to pull them over.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing this today.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
It's fun.
68? Okay.
That was going to be, I was going to say 67, but he probably knows more than me. Lola, I think I found a little bus for you.
It's really cute. Her name is Gidget. A lot of pink.
1971.
It's got that rag top. Look at that. You can gaze at the stars.
God, those are some seriously unique tail lights on this. You just didn't see these on a lot of other models.
There's the one
And Lola was telling me
Oh yeah, a Muppet died.
a Muppet died. That's what I was trying to figure out. What is she talking about? A Muppet died, and then she showed it to me. And
They
I'm
had
all
to-
like, I see what you're saying now,
Yeah,
babe.
no Muppets were
Was that
harmed.
Cookie Monster?
In the making of this car, no Muppets
No
were
more
harmed.
cookies for Cookie Monster. Sorry. This is, of course, the El Capitola, and we interviewed this fine gentleman
Hello there.
down in Pomona. How are you doing, fine sir?
I heard
You're from Vancouver, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So right across the bridge from here, like 2 miles away. This is amazing. Yeah, so if you check out the Grand National Roadster Show video, which we did, we interviewed this fine gentleman about it. Got to check out all the interior and all of that. It is an amazing ride and an original Barris car. Riviera time. That's right. There was a song called It's Martini Time by the Reverend Horton Heat, but it must be Riviera time here at the Portland Roadster Show.
It must be.
It's a 1940s Cadillac, but it's been stretched and chopped and everything else to it. Wow.
That is so cool. They roll up to school with all the kids.
That's true. This guy said it. This would be a great way to roll up to school in this one. You crawl the back in front of your friends, like, what the heck? They certainly didn't look like this when I was a kid riding around in them. Look at that dash even. Someone has put a lot of money into this one. Sneak right by you guys. Wow. I think someone grew up riding around in a Suburban.
Yeah, and
Always
then they were
wanted
like,
to pimp it out.
I need to make
when they got
this
their chance.
sophisticated and sexy.
Well, how are you today, fine sir?
Doing good, man. It's a great day.
It is a great day. And what is your name?
My name is Enrique Vargas.
And where are you from?
I'm here in Portland, Oregon with the Impala's Car Club.
Yeah, and I've seen you guys around before, always doing good work. I've seen this ride. I've always wanted to hear a story about it, so tell us, what do we got here?
Yeah, we have a 58 Chevy Impala. The car was restored in 2014 by Vicious Customs here in Portland.
Okay.
I bought it from the gentleman that restored the car last year.
Oh, wow.
And so he bought the car, restored it, took care of it, but it didn't come out very much. He loved it that much. And so, you know, my mission is to get the car out. We love it and take care of it. At the same time, we ride. We drive.
Make sure it gets driven.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. So we drove here yesterday in a little bit of rain.
So what's it got under the hood?
400 small block.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I can show you if you'd like. It's a little dirty.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, no excuses indeed, folks.
It's a little dirty. Got to excuse it. Wasn't planning on showing the hood.
I love it. So you've had it about a year, you said?
Yeah, about a year, a little longer.
Fully resto-modded, or is it mostly original?
You know what I would say? It's original with the lowrider touch.
Okay.
With the patterns and things like that, you can look at the dash.
Yeah.
And the package tray, you can see how that's all been painted up. The top, of course, is all patterned, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
The motor and the transmission are aftermarket. I actually do have the motor sitting there, and maybe that will go in back one day. Numbers matching, but this is how the car came, and for now, we're gonna just ride it as is.
Man, I love it, man. This is incredible, and that interior, wow.
Thank you.
So you're a lucky man. Thank you for bringing this
yeah,
today.
I appreciate your time.
Chevy Apache next to a Kaiser Darren. You got to check out several Kaisers at the Grand National Roadster Show. Always fun rides. It's crazy to think that one of the few cars ever to have a door that actually slides inside the frame. But it gives them that great long stretched out look. Fairlane. Oh, black and white, always a good combination.
Classic.
Are you liking all the rides today?
I am. There's a lot of pretty ones here, of course, because there's always good ones at the Portland Roadster Show. Amazing cars.
still trying to dial in mine.
Oh my gosh. Not just flames. Wow. It looks like a Hot Wheels fever dream. That's crazy. Someone's done a great job matching. The rest of this has definitely been redone. This is outstanding. So much shaving and work done on this ride. Everything's customized. Wow. It's better than 151 Mercury, 251 Mercuries. And that's what we got here today, folks. The classic custom Kulture ride. I love how they've left the dash original on this. That's great. The Ford Deluxe Coupe. Well, look at the front end on these. My favorite years of Corvettes right here. The interior is almost the colors of the Batmobile. 1957 Corvette with a 60s era custom done to it. And that's what I'm talking about. That 60s custom look, guys. I love it. Well, how are you today, fine sir?
I'm doing great.
And what is your name?
Mike Stevens.
And where are you from, Mike?
Roseburg, Oregon.
Roseburg, Oregon, which is our old hometown. So
no kidding.
Running into you up here in Portland, Oregon. So what have we got here today, Mike?
We've got a 41 Chevy coupe.
I love it.
That I've been moving around for 50 years.
50 years?
Yeah, I've had it since '76. Well, we've done all late model everything, inclusive of rear air in the back for the comfortable passengers, and yeah, power windows, late model suspension, does it automatic transmission.
Does it have the original frame underneath it?
Yes, but we put a subframe under the front.
Okay.
So narrowed and grafted on, and then yeah, the rear end's been narrowed also, so that we get the big tires underneath.
A lot easier to drive.
Huh?
A lot easier to drive.
Sure. The back fenders have been widened. The below the doors have been built out and up. You know, you'd have to know the car to know those things, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, we appreciate the look of it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! I could tell this has been modified. I was trying to find out if it's fully Rusto-modded or if this was just a half.
We cut and pasted a Buick dash in there, so we split and channeled it and put late model gauges in it. And
so you did channel it.
Put a little audio system, little controller like they market for boats. And then we got the amp and stuff in the trunk. But it's all hidden, so the speakers you don't know are in there. It's all
got to keep the original look going, right?
That's what we tried to do.
It's all about the vibes.
We've changed the moldings. We've handmade the moldings to replace the originals, and the locates are a little different.
And what are you running under the hood?
LS3.
An LS3, so you went up to a 350 on this bad boy.
Yeah.
All right, well, it gets more horsepower and it's more reliable, so.
We hope it's reliable. That's what we wanted. That's the most important thing.
We'll knock on wood for you there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being...
We made it to the first room of cars, the big showroom.
Through the first room.
Headed to the second.
Headed on to the second.
You run into all kinds of crazy people here at the Portland Roadster Show.
Look at these beautiful people, Ray.
You're out and about.
Look at this. This is like a genuine greaser, folks.
Yeah.
You don't run into them much anymore, but this guy's the real deal. He actually wrenches, or does all that.
He's
still
not
rocks
just a
the whole
pretty
look.
face.
He's not just a pretty face.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's a lifestyle, as we say.
That's right.
It is.
Chevy Deluxe. 67, and that is classic 60s styling on this. I love it. I love those flames, and people just don't do this style of paint hardly anymore, and it is always incredible to me. I see a lot of this down in Texas and California. Seems more of the warm, sunny places like it, and I'm here for it. And yes, in another video, I foolishly called a Chevy Corvette a lead sled, and no, it's clearly not a lead sled. It's made out of fiberglass, but it's from the lead sled era, and so I let it pass. Look at this bad boy. More Chevy Deluxes.
Again, meet the band at 5 o'clock. See them perform 7 to 9 p.m.
Craig McKenna.
And where are you from, Craig?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon, right here in town. I love it. So what have we got here today?
Got a 32 Ford 3-window.
I love it. And it sounds like a unique story behind it.
Yeah, it was started by the late Dale Withers. He passed away, so we inherited the build and finished it for him and his customer.
I love it.
Mike Davis out of Salem, Oregon.
So what inspired that on the doors?
It was kind of the customer's idea. So he talked to Mitch Kim, the local pinstriper, to come up with the design, and they, collaborated together to come up with this finished product.
It looks like that classic military guy returns from World War II.
Exactly.
Wants to get some artwork done on his ride before he takes it out there racing.
Yeah, the customer wanted it to look like it actually came off the nose of an old Warbird plane that was repurposed for a door panel.
I love it. And what about these seats? They look like they're out of a plane.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they're vintage seats out of a bomber plane that he found. Had some covers made by a local guy also.
Okay.
Dave LaRue, he's out of Creswell.
Wow. And what have you got under the hood here?
So it's a flathead with some rare twin Elco flatheads, a Scott blower. The engine work was done by Bearing Service, which is also local.
Yeah.
It's about 260 cubic inch. Nasty little beast.
I love it.
But all the parts and pieces on the car are original or hand built. He didn't want anything bought off a shelf. So we tried to do that as best we could. Obviously, can't buy everything or make everything.
Yeah, this is a straight American graffiti car. is
Exactly.
What this is. Well, I love it. Thank you so much for bringing this
Thank you.
today. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ooh, we are having a great time here today at the Portland Roadster Show in building number 2.
Always.
Is this your ride?
This is mine.
This is yours. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Blaine West.
So where are you from?
I'm from Carlton, Oregon.
Carlton, Oregon.
This is my 1929 Model A Sport Coupe.
I love it.
Started out as a special coupe, but the top was rotted off, so I just took it off, converted it. Originally, the guy I had bought it from converted it into a pickup during World War II for gas rations.
Oh, wow.
I had the quarters since I was about 12 because I always wanted to build a hot rod. So when I saw it, it was kind of meant to be. And it sat for about a year or two because I was unsure. And guy that actually runs the Portland Roadster Show here had a chassis for sale. Got the motor running, and actually the stock Model A 4-cylinder.
Okay.
I have done some modifications. I built a custom intake manifold for it, and found an old Winfield high compression head for it, and CJ2A Jeep ignition. Other than that, it's pretty much stock suspension. I chopped the top about 5 inches on it, and I just drive it around my neighborhood and stuff, and
I love
bomb
it, man.
around town.
So how long did it take you to get us back on the road?
Technically, when I started working on it, it's been about 2 years now.
2 years, okay.
In April, so.
What, you got big plans any further than this?
I never really plan anything. It kind of just comes along when it does.
That's right.
And so I just, little by little.
A classic car is never done.
No, for sure. Just keeps progressing.
Well, I'm glad you bought this today, man.
Thank you.
Be proud of yourself. I love it.
Thank you.
With so many cars, I can't shoot them all, but when I see something like this, I'm like, what have they done with this? Oh, wow. Wow. What is it, like a 10-foot bed? 12-foot bed? I don't even know. Let's take a look, see what we're hiding underneath here, folks. It's a tight fit in here, guys. But I am trying to make it happen.
We want to thank you for spending the day with us here at the 69th Annual Portland Roadster Show. We also want to thank some of our vendors. It's raw honey.
Classroom's got a lot of more modern rides in it, which our channel isn't so focused on. But come on, look at this. This is an amazing Kustom, the 1954 Cobra, and I interviewed this gentleman at the Cuthbert Cruise-In about 2 years ago on our channel. So if you go look for that, Cuthbert's Cruise-In, you'll see the interview with him all about this ride. It's pretty great. Wow. I can see why they called it Medusa. So I look at the back tail lights, look at the back of this car, and I'm like, I know what this is. But then I start looking at the front of this car, and I'm like, they customized it like the freaking Batmobile. Like a 1960s Corvette. It is a Biscayne, but wow, they have really done some things with this grocery getter. That is incredible, to turn a Biscayne into this work of art. Wow. It looks kind of bone stock at a glance, and then you realize that the doors are shaved. There's a lot more going on here. Sometimes I'll just glance at a ride and go, oh, you know, and then, yeah, look at these front lights, the Frenched. Wow. I'm loving it. So we've come to the last room here, and this is where all the high school students here in Portland bring all the rides that they've been working on this year. So yeah, I know what the news has to say about Portland, but it is nothing like that here. Traditional Kustoms, it's great. Ooh, out of McMinnville.
So you have shop class at school.
I love it.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. And what is your name?
My name's Charlie Haskell. I'm from Dayton, Oregon, and I'm a fabrication shop teacher there at Dayton High School.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it, but tell us what we got here.
We have a 34 Ford. It's a 3-window coupe. It's known as the Taco Coupe. Mm-hmm. We raced this car.
And it sounds like it's called the Taco Coupe because of the condition you
It was
found
absolutely tacoed. Yeah, it was upside down and folded together like a taco shell. And we bought it for parts and pieces. And when I started kind of figuring out what pieces I was going to take off of it, my students were like, let's make it an old race car. And I said, well, the parts are pretty valuable. And they said, let's do it. And I said, all right, let's do it. So we started out as a summer program during that time because it didn't really fall necessarily in a normal curriculum, you know, like in the grade book. So there was no rules during the summer. So we went for it. And by the time September came around, the car was looking really exciting. And my bosses were like, let's go for it. If you can find your learning targets in the car, keep going with it. A couple months later, Mel from the Trog race contacted us and said, you know,
the Race of Gentlemen.
Yeah, the Race of Gentlemen. Mel called us and he said.
So was this the one out of Long Beach or the one out of New Jersey?
So it's based on the same. So Mel's the same dude that runs both of those. And that year that you might remember, they shut down New Jersey because that tornado. Yeah. Okay, so he said, I'm relocating to Los Angeles to Riverside that year.
Okay.
And he said, is there any way you guys could bring that car if you're going to keep it, period? And I said, we are keeping it, period. And I said, I can talk to the school board. And we went to school board meeting. My parents and the kids all went, and we promoted this, and they were good with it. They said, let's do it. And they backed us. They said, try to come up with half the funds. So we made all these Taco Coupe swag and hats and sweatshirts. We sold almost $5,000 worth of hats and shirts made with a Cricut and picked individually. And they backed us with the other half. And we flew 10 kids to Los Angeles. Wow. 5 business students and 5 shop kids. And we raced this car. Our inspiration was the Pearson Brothers coupe, the famous car from the post-war era, and the Omaha coupe, which is in Nebraska now. And Tom was down there with the Omaha coupe, so when we got there, he was waiting to park us right next to us. And after they did the standing, the national anthem, standing ovation for us, we ran the Omaha against the Taco coupe. It was
I would say the only thing you have left in front of you is Victoria, Canada coming up. Every 3 years has deuce days.
Yeah, I hear that.
This is the year for it.
This group is almost all 18 years old. They started out as sophomores and freshmen. They were all underclassmen, and that's why they were kind of bored in the summer and wanted to work on it. So, with that being said, now those kids are all 18. They're all about to graduate out this year.
And they all now know how to build a flathead. And
they know how to weld and fabricate about as well as I do. And now they have that independence where they have that option to go into Bonneville and hanging out for the weekend and seeing that stuff. So
amazing.
Yeah. And then last year, one of my students built the Packard powered Altered. And that car is just deadly fast.
Yeah, this is a sleeper. Where on the one side it looks like someone just drug it out of a field, and on the other side you realize what's actually going on.
That was all built in the shop right there next to the Alameda car, which is down on the end. And he graduated last year, and then he showed up at the dirt races, and he was running that car at pit near 80 miles an hour and 450 feet on dirt.
Wow.
That car's deadly fast. Made all the intake manifold and exhaust manifold for it. And that picture was taken at almost 80 miles an hour.
I saw this and thought this was a vintage picture, but
no, that was taken last fall. That was in October. Taco sideways, and he's just running straight and just throwing big roost.
I love it, man.
Yeah, good times.
Well, thank you so much for bringing me here
Absolutely,
today.
thank you. Check this out. Might be kind of fun to take a poke in there. Gives you an idea. The dash is just like the Pearson car, 9-inch chop.
Yeah, there's no messing around. This is not built for pleasure, folks.
No.
This is built for
Believe it or
speed.
not, it's pretty comfortable though. It's interesting to when people see it and then they see it leave Bonneville and hit the freeway and head right up I-80 there.
As always, we'll never be able to show every car here at the show. Just trying to give you an idea of what the Portland Roadster Show is all about, so that you can come check it out yourself next year if you're missing it this year.
Bossa Nova.